All right, yo, what's up, everybody on YouTube? This your boy C for 3 back with another video. You already know basketball and astrology and motion. I do this, and man, definitely had to tap in with my YouTube audience. Some of you guys follow me on other social media avenues, but shout out to my YouTube people. Shout out to everybody. But yeah, end of the year, December, man. As you can see from the title, you know, it's Capricorn season, capitalism, and the correlation of end of the year. So, you know what I'm saying? We definitely made it. It's been an up and down year for a lot of people. Shout out to Capricorn, man. We're definitely here at the Earth sign time of things. It's time to just look at the pure truth of what it is. You know what I'm saying? I like Earth seasons. I have a lot of Earth in my birth chart, so it could be a sobering time for a lot of people. You know, and I'm trying to make this video real quick. Hopefully, I can make it before this camera dies or cuts me off. I haven't used this one in a while. But yeah, I'm back. So I hope everybody been doing good. Hope y'all survived all the seasons, man. Hope you're still here. Capricorn season is it's just that time to really look yourself in the mirror, look yourself with financially everything. It's just facts, you know. So you know, it's good to be here, you know. The first thing I want to start off talking about is just how December has been up and down for me personally, right? I haven't been uploading a lot, haven't been doing as much astrology as I would like to. But it's been a good up and down, right? The down part has been like I went through an eviction during December, right? During Sagittarius season, you know, you guys know about Sagittarius season, the arrows that they have and things like that, and how I'm in the middle of the parking lot. This dude trying to salt this parking lot, but just that energy, just that energy of I need to get out this parking lot. I feel he might leave. But yeah, just that energy of moving in Sagittarius season. Like I probably need to move while this guy was salting this, because the harsh truth of it's cold in Capricorn. That's why people think Capricorns come off cold and calculated, but it's a cold season right now. It's snowing, so that is the vibe, you know. Even right now, I got like my winter look on, need to shave and things, man. This is my cold, hard, honest truth of, you know, going through the eviction, you know what I'm saying? Have to go through that. That's been a down area. I've had to switch some job things up, you know, get some money together to get ready to get deeper into Capricorn season. So Sagittarius brought a lot of movement, a lot of mutable energy, but right now Capricorn season is going to bring the energy of if you ask me as an astrologer, whatever moves you make in Capricorn are going to be more stronger, because people are just how it's physically more colder. You just have to make a certain move and go with it. Shout out to it being a cardinal season, which issues the change of the season. So every time we get to a cardinal season, such as Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, or Libra, we get equinox energy. We get big shift movements, right? Shift that matters. So we all know we have people getting to that gym. New year, new me. That's Capricorn energy, you know, building the body. Today's LeBron's birthday, right? Shout out to LeBron, right? The longevity, you know, whatever moves you make in Capricorn will be strong. We want it to be longevity. Capricorn rules the bones in medical astrology, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody you know, get in the comment section and let me know if that's right or not, but I'm pretty sure. My grandma's a Capricorn. She's still kicking strong. A lot of Capricorn people kick strong, right? They last a long time. So winter is that enduring. You can endure winter if you can endure anything out here in New England area. So all that being said, December has been up and down, right? And also the ups, you know, I got a new spot. So once again, hopefully this spot I'm getting in Capricorn season, that's a sign of it being a strong move, a earthy move, something that's going to be stable, a pillar in my life. I can stay here, stack some money, and start a new beginning for my own self in 2026, because the last 5 years for me personally, since COVID, has been up and down. Business has been up and down. Personal relationships have been up and down. Romantic relationships been up and down. Just anything, right? Everything. A lot of my people who get astrology work from me, who have been following me on YouTube since 2020, this is another car I'm in, right? So many cars I've been in shooting videos, and so many spots I've been in shooting videos, still trying to create that value to you guys. But just imagine if I got 100% stable, the amount of value I can bring. So that's what I'm trying to get Capricorn season. You know, I feel like I've been paying my dues. You know, God been making me pay my dues the last 5 years to get here. And that's what we want, right? Capricorn people know that. LeBron knows that. Ask LeBron how much basketball he's been playing since a kid, right? How many L's he took with the Cavaliers when he first got into the league, then traded to the Heat, and the scrutiny and all these things just to be called the GOAT in your field or to be called top tier basketball player, you know? So another thing about Capricorn season I want to talk about, the harsh truths, right? There's really no sense of lying right now. It's not a fire sign. It's not nothing to really get motivated for. You should have found that in Sagittarius season. I was busy finding my own motivation to get to where I'm at now to even make this video, right? It's an earth sign, so it's a good time to, even though it's cold where I'm at, if you're in the south or you're in a better area, even if you're out here in East Coast, it's a good time to at least get out and catch a little fresh air. Hit the gym, work out, earthy, physical, work on your physicality, you know what I'm saying? Take care of your hair, take care of your body. I gotta hit the barbershop soon. It's a good time for that because it's all about appearances, and that is all about appearances and physical things, and earth sign people know that. It's not esoteric as much, it's not thinking as logic as a air sign would be, and it's not emotional and deep and going empathetic, sympathetic as a water sign. Earth signs know, I gotta get the bread, I gotta look a certain way, I gotta present a certain way, I need this to last a certain amount of time, and I could probably last on this for like 5 years. So that's the practicality of earth sign. And if all that's confusing you and you want to know more about your birth chart, tap in with me. I can tell you more about how you might have some earth planets in your chart, which makes you more practical, grounded. You might be suitable for a business, which is why most Capricorn people do have great business endeavors. I might do a whole video about LeBron, but just about LeBron, right? He has like his wine company, he has his podcast, shoes, clothing line, things like that. So you definitely get the energy of him being a Capricorn season. He has his own saying, more than an athlete, you know what I'm saying? So letting you know now that Capricorn mindset is, he's on that business level. People talk about LeBron maybe owning a team one day. All these type of endeavors just signals Capricorn, and it sits at the top of the birth chart for a reason. So which is why there's another reason right now too, on the spiritual side of things. Watch out for people attacking you, people bringing you down in Capricorn, and we could get to the capitalism side of it. So on the flip side of Capricorn, we have capitalism, where people get too materialistic, and we live in a world that's ran on capitalism, Capricorn society. Basically what I'm saying is you gotta have these jobs, right? You gotta have these resumes, you gotta have qualifications, you gotta have certain money, you gotta have transportation, qualifications, right? Even if you're playing sports, I'm a basketball coach, I'm a player, right? You gotta have a certain build, a certain type, you got to be a certain level of condition, a certain level of skills, right? All of these are earth sign non-negotiables, right? Things that are grounded and rooted in the skills that it takes to grow a business, leadership, basketball player, get certain grades in school. You got to read certain books, you got to study for a certain amount of time to pass a written test, which is all earthy, right? We can add air sign intellect, but it's not even as much as you overthinking it, right? Which is why air signs get that moniker of overthinking, over talking, overstimulated. Earth signs that maybe get the moniker of workaholic, getting too lost in progress, results, stats, And I have a lot of earth in my birth chart, but I also have a lot of fire in my birth chart. So I do understand the difference of action versus planning, and inspiration versus stat stuffing, or as some people say, hoopers versus basketball players, right? So the capitalism side of it, even with the Christmas summation that went on, you want to make sure that you're gathering your pinnacles, you want to make sure you're holding on to what you got, but you also want to make sure that you're not wigging out based on, I need a house, I need a car. I mean, yeah, we all need that, but the thing about Capricorn too, and I can tell you guys, for me being on social media for a while, YouTube going on 6 years, I'm a basketball coach, I've been doing that for years, all the jobs I've been holding for years, a lot of people who've been following me, the cars I've been having, you can learn from Capricorn season that it takes time, right? It doesn't happen overnight, right? If you're saying the new year, new me, you're trying to start something now, my rule of advice is to try to give yourself the next 5 years. So by 2030, whatever you start, this New Year's revolution, this Capricorn, Give it 6 Capricorn seasons to see how things really add up, to see if you can really get into alignment, manifestation. You work on patience, you work on planning. You know, a lot of people get from Capricorn to Aries, right? Cardinal to Cardinal by the time we get to spring season, and they're like, oh man, what I started doing Capricorn season didn't work, it didn't bloom, it didn't blossom, it didn't spring forward, right? Because in the winter time is when you become a winner. You know, that's another video I'm gonna make. There's so many videos I gotta make, y'all, but I've been busy working, busy. You know, basketball's been blooming. I'm thankful for that. Astrology's been booming. Thankful for that. Apartment cars, like I say, up and down, you know. But before this video gets too long, let me break down the planets that we have going on right now on December 30th, right? In this Capricorn season and capitalism correlation end of the year, right? So right now we got the sun in Capricorn, we got the Venus and moon in Capricorn. So it's a lot of people can be really feeling like starting something new based on the sun being there. We got Venus there, Mars there, money, right? A lot of people been asking me for money. Shout out to the females out there. A lot of my friends been asking me too. My homies been needing help, and I've been reaching out to people too for collaboration for certain adventures, you know, endeavors and things like that. So, you know, with the sun there, Venus and Mars loves it being Capricorn. So this is a good time to, if you want an extra income, go and look, you know, go and talk to people, right? Capricorn is also a socializing sign. A lot of people don't know that about Capricorn people. It starts off the signs of socializing. It starts off the double digits. It's the 10th sign in the zodiac. It starts off the collective signs. You know, Sagittarius really started off because they get it moving out of that deep water Scorpio energy. But Capricorns are really good at talking to people, networking with people, business endeavors, getting people to give them money. And if they're smart, they know how to invest back in others. So with all these 3 planets in Capricorn right now, especially with Venus there, you could come off really loving, really kindness, really show what you love to do. You know, me as a basketball coach, you know, I feel like that's one of my calling cards. I always try to show that passion and energy and love for it. You know, me with Venus and Leo, really fiery with it. So right now you could really be practical with it. You know what I'm saying? Make practical investments with people. Even love matters with Venus and Capricorn. You know, even in my personal love matters, a woman I'm talking to, women I'm talking to, dating, whatever you want to call it. You know, it got to make sense right now, right? It has to make sense. A lot of people probably looking at it right now, especially it's cold where I'm at. Like, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. If we're not on the same page, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, you know, we're looking at it in even the basketball sense. Like, if we're not on the same page, I'm not following, you not listening, and vice versa, and I can't listen to a woman and things like that. Not to go deep into that type of subject, but with the Capricorn sense of things, it's about team building, right? It's about that capitalism, and capitalism is ran off business and corporations that have been built and ran for a long time. You know, the end of the year shows that, as the government's still going strong, Epstein files or not, they're built on a system. So, you know, with all that being said, and Capricorn deals with the government in astrology, by people who really know astrology, you know, setting laws and setting boundaries for people, practical boundaries and tax systems and taxations and representations and things like that. This is all capitalism, Capricorn, capital building, right? Even the capital letter signifies strength, dominance. You know, you capitalize the first letter of your name and the rest are not capital. So, you know, all that is big Capricorn energy. Shout out to LeBron, right? So you understand all of that. You understand the energy that we're in right now, right? And to add on to some of the planet energy that's going on before I get off, we have 2 planets in Pisces. So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is in Pisces right now too. So it's a good time to really see where your emotional realm at right now. Check in on your spirituality. A lot of people been feeling that all year based on all the eerie things that's been happening around in Hollywood, like always, you know, the Epstein files, the Diddy case and things like that. You know, a lot of people have been trying to get grounded and trying to see who I really am, what's my spirituality, what do I believe in, things like that. It's a good time for that, you know, because the way I believe it, you know, the devil's really trying to attack people's mindsets right now, people's auras, people's mentalities, making them feel sorry, especially if you're a person that's in isolation or by yourself, which I can relate to, which is a Saturn and Pisces energy. A lot of people feeling a lot of endings coming, because Saturn is like a karmic sign and is in the sign of Pisces. So, you know, even that Anthony Johnson wreck and things like that, like it's a lot of spiritual things that's going on with Saturn. And we have Neptune there too. So at the same time, some people can be lost in delusion here with Neptune and Pisces, but Saturn will bring you down to earth quick. You know, it can be depressing because a lot of people might be feeling like they didn't make any moves since 2020 pandemic based off that spookism tactic. But you still have the next 5 years to make a move. Saturn and Pisces still make your dreams come into reality, right? Even though Pisces can have that moniker for being way out there, Saturn, which rules Capricorn, once again, if you work with this Satan energy and work with the restrictions, like basically in the Bible, you know, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. But meaning the attack may form, but you have to go through it. You have to go through the struggle, right? Most Pisces know that. That's why it's a karmic sign, right? You have to go through certain heartbreaks, certain losses, you know, and like what I'll say, you know, stay prayed up, keep going, keep trucking, you know? So we have that going on. But I'm not going to make this video too long, 15 minutes in. So I hope Capricorn season is good for you guys. You know, Capricorn season, capitalism, the correlation, you know, get your money up, but don't stress. You know, we got about a whole month in January to get through that too. You know, if you didn't have a good 2025, set some goals, write something practical down. It's a new earth energy, Capricorn, capitalize it. You know, write something in capital letters right now and write that down. And like I say, I always have notebooks with me to let y'all know this is real with me. This is real. I write down everything. I should do a video showing all my astrology work over the last 5 years and my clients, who I'm greatly appreciated for. You know, if you want a birth chart, $20. Personal astrology work, $10 per month. But with that being said, you know, don't be a victim to capitalism, right? There's a lot of money out there. Stay focused, you know. Learn your talents. You know, that's why I say tap in with an astrologer like me. You know, I feel like a lot of people need to be aligned with who they are and what they love to do. Your talents can pay for you. You know, another thing with capitalism, I want to say this before I get off, don't be scared to just join a winning team. If you know somebody in your neighborhood, state, or somebody around, reach out. You know, socialize, you know, network. Capricorn people are great with networking, you know, a very great networking sign, the 10th sign in the zodiac house. So network, get out, talk to people, get that motion going. You know, astrology and basketball is always in motion. You got to keep going. So, you know, welcome to Capricorn season, you know, capitalism, correlation, and the end of the year. You know, I'm gonna be dropping a couple more videos. Y'all stay tuned. And this Capricorn season, be strong, you know, cold, hard facts, cold, hard cash, you know, not the time to be emotional, not the time to do any impulse fire shit either. Like, think about this shit, trap it out, map it out, you know, network, talk to people, and just vibe high. And I'm gonna catch y'all on another one, and y'all be blessed. Enjoy the end of the year, holiday season, Capricorn season, all that good stuff, man.